Court remands Yahya Bello in EFCC custody. Case adjourned to December 10. Troops eliminate 15 more terrorists as clearance operation continues in Kukawa, Borno State, Nigeria. And Lagos cracks down on criminal hideouts, arrests 53 drug peddlers. And on the international scene, 10 dead in an ambush near diamond mine in Central African Republic. A very good evening and welcome to the news update on Trust Television. My name is Sagir O'Brien. Thanks for joining. And to details now, Justice Marian Anene of the High Court of the Federal Capital Territory, the FCT, has fixed December 10 for ruling in the bail applications by the former governor of Kogi State, Yahya Bello, and two others. The judge fixed the date after taking arguments for and against the bail request by Bello's lawyer Joseph Odunde Dauda, SAN, and Kemi Pinheiro, SAN, for the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, the EFCC. Daudu had pleaded with the court to admit the former governor to bail on various grounds. However, EFCC counsel Kemi Pinheiro, SAN, argued otherwise, adding that Bello may likely interfere with the witnesses and exhibits. Justice Marian Anene thereafter announced that she would make her decision on December 10. The judge ordered that the three defendants should remain in EFCC custody until the rulings are delivered.
It's okay. This snapping is okay. Hold on. Today your head.
The Supreme Court has upheld an appeal by the All Progressives Grand Alliance, ABGA, recognizing Sly Ezeokenwa as its national chairman. In a judgment on Wednesday, the court also awarded a 20 million naira fine against Edozie Njoku for filing a frivolous suit at the FCT High Court, Buari. A few days ago, the Federal High Court in Abuja restrained Njoku from parading himself as the national chairman of the party. Justice James Omotosho, in a judgment, held that there was no valid court judgment or order, including a judgment from the Supreme Court that recognized Njoku as ABGA national chairman. ABGA and Sylvester Ezeokenwa, national chairman, had filed the suit as first and second plaintiffs. Delivering the judgment, Justice Omotosho held that INEC was wrong to have recognized Njoku-led leadership of the party. The judge held that the Supreme Court had settled the matter in the case between Njoku and Oye on who the valid national chairman of the party was in a suit dated March 24, 2023. Talking security now, in sustained efforts to dismantle terrorist operations, troops of the Multinational Joint Task Force operating under Sector 3 in Monguno have sustained its onslaught against terrorist operation at the Kukawa axis of Borno State. Consolidating on the recent victory, the troops, in a joint effort with hybrid force and air component support, have intercepted and neutralized some fleeing wounded ISWAP terrorists and captured an additional cache of weapons. During the coordinated air and ground clearance operations, troops, air components successfully targeted and interdicted several armed and wounded terrorists on motorbikes regrouping in Guzamala. In a follow-up ground operation, troops eliminated 15 terrorists and captured one alive as they attempted to flee, while others sustained more injuries. The troops also destroyed 3 additional vehicle-borne improvised explosive devices, bringing the total number of VBIEDs destroyed to 7. A statement by the Chief Military Information Officer, Headquarters, MNJTF in Jamena, Chad, Lieutenant Colonel Olani Yoshoba, said the operation led to the capture of a significant cache of weapons, including 7 AK-47 rifles, one rocket-propelled grenade bomb and tube, 2 anti-aircraft guns, and 152 Shilka rounds of ammunition. And there was confusion in KK community of the Kaduna Millennium city over the abduction of a 2-year-old child and 3 sisters. The incident was said to have occurred around 9 p.m. on Tuesday when their father went to hospital to see their mother, who was just delivered of twins. The victims are aged 2, 9, 12 and 15. The father of the victims, Yunus Serkin Samarin Keke, said one of the children was an orphan under his care. He added that he had not heard from the abductors, noting that it was only his house that was invaded that night. Reports say Keke community and parts of the Kaduna Millennium city have been terrorized by suspected bandits who usually kidnap residents for ransom. Meanwhile, the State Police Command is yet to comment on the incident. Still talking security, joint security operatives have neutralized 3 suspected armed bandits terrorizing Al-Kaleri forest in a gondwell near Yankari Game Reserve in Bauchi State. The State Police Commissioner Awal Musa Muhammad confirmed the incident while conducting the state governor and some journalists round the Abubakar Tafawa Balewa University Teaching Hospital where the injured police personnel were receiving treatment. Adamu Imam brings details in this report.
The police commissioner, while addressing the media, said the command was notified that some bandits invaded Yankari forest in Al-Kaleri local government area. Noted that personnel who were in a joint patrol traced the bandits and engaged them in a gun duel.
We quickly mobilized our hunters squad, then the police and civil defense personnel of the military to checkmate their movements in the reserve. We are able to succeed and gun down 2 to 3 of them, but unfortunately they wounded one of the hunters, which has a very serious issue on his leg. It has almost been cut. Then there are some bruises on his men and the civil defense personnel.
The state governor, Bala Mohammed, commended the bravery of the personnel, explaining that their positive actions saved many innocent lives that will have been terrorized by the bandits.
To SSS, civil defense of the brigade commander and the management is working very well because the rule of engagement has been perfected and the communities are all involved. And our security architecture is very unique. We are not publicizing so much, but it's working because all the personnel are highly mobilized and incentivized and put in a situation where they can put their life on the line fire for people to sleep. I want the people, our leaders, our spiritual leaders, to pray for them.
The security chiefs in the state reaffirmed their commitment to ensure that life and property in the state are secured. Adam Imam, Trust TV News, Bauchi.
And operatives of the Lagos State Environmental and Special Offences Enforcement Unit have arrested 53 suspected criminals in the Gowon Estate area of the state. The chairman of the task force, Adetayo Akirele, made this known in a statement on Tuesday in Lagos. Akirele stated that the agency carried out the operation to enhance safety, security of lives, property and environmental decorum in the area. According to him, the operation marks a critical step towards securing relief for residents around Gowon Estate, Ipaja, Egbeda, Idimu and its environs who have been affected by the activities of these suspected criminals. The chairman also reaffirmed the agency's commitment to systematically monitor other criminal hideouts, black spots and abandoned buildings or properties not in active use. He added that the 53 suspects apprehended for unlawfully engaging in selling and smoking narcotics, drug peddling and street trading will be promptly charged in court. And residents in Agaye local government area of Niger State have decried the incessant accidents involving heavy-duty vehicles due to overspeeding since the construction of Lambata to Agaye Road in Niger State. The crashes, according to residents, happen almost on a daily basis, leaving many worried about the ever-increasing incidents occasioned by truck drivers. Here's the report.
Residents said domestic animals are not also left of the tragic incident that happen almost every day. They said while the road that has been in a deplorable state for years has started to wear a new look with the ongoing construction work, overspeeding among heavy-duty drivers is something that needs to be checked, especially when approaching towns and communities along the ever-busy road. One of the victims of the incident in Agaye, Ndeawo Margin, lost one of his legs and right eye after he was knocked down by a trailer. Margin, a veterinary officer with the State Ministry of Agriculture, struggled to hold back tears as he recalls his experience, saying that his life has never been the same since the incident.
I was trying to go to one head where I'm going to do injection of animal around 4:30. So I was trying to go home to go and change my uniform to wear the uniform I used to wear to where I'm going to do my job. So what happened when I was coming? There's a trailer at the back of me, which I know is there, and you know I am there. I have just seen myself at that front of that picture. As I fall down, I just see myself on the front of the TT, match my machine, match my leg. I have any objection that time. It smashed my leg broken completely. In fact, immediately I come back from IDB, I retire from service. My call now to government and state government, please, they should help, because for me personally, I know what happened to me. It happened to so many people. And now, as I'm talking to you presently now, before I come back, I meet some people that this decade happened to them, they have died. Presently, they have died. And federal government doesn't do anything about it. So presently now, the tie has been done. So the speech over speech from step down, Nepal step down, up to Denver here is too much. So I'm begging government, I'm begging state government or federal government, because local government are not able to do it. So I'm begging federal government to come to our head in Agaye to help us with this bomb.
The Secretary, National Union of Road Transport Workers, NURTW, Mahmoud Agaye, stressed the need to check the unruly behavior of heavy-duty vehicles on the road.
We always talk to those driver people when they arrive, even though it's little village or 1 or 2 10 people have been there. We have what we are called speed limit. Like example 1, when you have a speed, maybe you are driving from various places, very where there's not any village around. If your speed should be around 120 or 100, immediately that you get in another village or town, should be back to 60 to 50. Why not? Because of some people, they have not even know they have crossed the road. But when you have speed limit, since maybe come to you, maybe inshallah you may be okay. Or even though God has write that, because anything that God has write in destiny, it must get to you. But you will be carelessness about the life of the people.
Data from the Social Welfare Department of Agaye local government showed that 85 people have died from the accident involving heavy-duty vehicles between April and November this year. Residents are therefore calling on the Federal Ministry of Works and state government to construct speed breakers to check the overspeeding among the heavy-duty vehicle drivers. or construct a bypass to divert the traffic of such vehicles out of the town. Abubakar Akote, Trust TV News, Mina.
Oh, there you have it. Also, members of the Kano State Caucus in the House of Representatives have emphasized the importance of collaborating with legal professionals to enhance the quality of legislation in the country. The lawmakers made this call during a meeting with the Kano State chapter of the International Federation of Women Lawyers at the House of Representatives, Abuja. The leader of the Kano and Northern Caucus, Al-Hassan Adodogwa, acknowledged that despite their experience, legislators often encounter gaps that only expert legal advice can fill. He also highlighted opportunities for collaboration such as public hearings and constituency engagements where legal professionals can make significant contributions to the lawmaking process. Earlier, Chairperson of FIDA Kano, Bilkisu Suleiman, outlined the organization's commitment to providing free legal services, especially for women and children, while promoting access to justice. She stressed that FIDA focuses on mediation and advocacy to resolve sensitive issues outside the courtroom, ensuring peace within families and communities.
Those of us that are here, we are called lawmakers. But while we are making laws, definitely we will expect fine and brilliant brains like you to be helping us with some inputs. That is all. At all levels of legislation, we have a very critical point or window that we call public hearing. Apart from public hearing, members of the House also do have their constituency offices in their respective local governments. There are several other windows through which you can reach out to your representatives as professionals, especially legal professionals. And you will have a lot to contribute to our performance here as members representing the greater and the larger Kano that we are representing in the House of Representatives.
I want everybody to understand that we are not charging for whatever services we are doing. We are paying advocacy visit to ensure that legal issues or access to justice is promoted in our society. We are following up on cases of maybe interpretation of laws or application of laws that will promote and preserve the rights of women and children. We are rendering legal services, that is in the courts, or mediation, or even sensitization throughout in our constituency, for example, Kano.
Moving on to other stories now. The 2024 14-day Kano International Trade Fair is in full swing as the 35th edition of the fair entered its 5th day. This year's theme, Non-Oil Export for Economic Prosperity, is drawing attention to the immense potential of diversifying Nigeria's economy. Trust TV's Abdulaziz Ibrahim visited the trade fair and filed this report.
The fair is organized by the Kano Chamber of Commerce, Industry, Mines and Agriculture. At the bustling trade fair, businesses showcased innovative ways of transforming Nigeria's abundant natural resources into exportable finished products.
We are the major indigenous producer of this salt lake, and even now we have trade requests from Nigeria Republic, which we are processing, and our product has reached also charged.
Among the exhibitors is Zuwaira, an entrepreneur running an organic shop making use of entirely locally sourced plants like spices, baobab, neem and others.
Like shea butter is one of the prominent ones that have been used in so many parts of the world. Shea butter is a product that we underrate here in Africa, but little do we know that it has so many benefits to our skin and our hair. And the foreign people have been coming to buy it and reproduce it into another different product and bringing it back to sell to us, and those products are quite expensive.
Zuwaira's sentiments reflect a common concern among local businesses that there is a need for local producers to harness these raw materials for lucrative non-oil exportable products. Meanwhile, at the Nigeria Export Promotion Council Pavilion, entrepreneurs were put through unnecessary documentation and registration for engaging in exports in Nigeria.
For these
spices that we sell, we believe that if we had the right infrastructure and policies, we could process a large amount so that we can both meet local demand and even compete internationally.
gaskiya gwamnati ina neman taimakonta.
My business is about processing traditional foods, but we are ready to expand. But infrastructure is always a big problem. Better roads, reliable power, and then maybe the government can try to make exporting easier for us so that we can grow and contribute to the economy. The 35th Kano International Trade Fair not only portrays the untapped potentials in Nigeria's non-oil sector, but is also a reminder of the critical role of policy in driving economic diversification. Abdulaziz Ibrahim, Trust TV News.
In business, the Central Bank of Nigeria has set a minimum trade value of $100,000 for interbank foreign exchange trading via the electronic foreign exchange matching system. The directive was dated 25th November 2024 and signed by CBN's Director of the Financial Markets Department, Dr. Omolara Duke. According to Duke, the development is part of efforts to ensure transparency, efficiency, and compliance within Nigeria's FX market. The FMS is designed to streamline interbank FX trading, reduce counterparty risks, and ensure adherence to CBN's regulations. The statement also said CBN has designated Bloomberg's B-Match as the official order matching platform for interbank transactions, with trading hours set between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. West African time on business days. The Apex Bank also said the $100,000 minimum tradable amount comes with incremental clip sizes of $50,000. And away from Nigeria, gunmen have killed 6 motorcycle taxi drivers and 4 of their customers near the diamond mining town of Bria in the Central African Republic, authorities said on Tuesday. The motorcycle taxi drivers and their customers were returning from a religious ceremony in the town of Ipi and were heading to Bria, the capital of the Central Haute-Koto Prefecture, when they were ambushed and by unidentified gunmen. Bria MP Jack Stafogo said the city is in the grip of psychosis and the army is mobilized with the support of Wagner's Russian mercenaries. No one immediately claimed responsibility for the attack, but the mining town of Bria has been plagued by fighting between the country's armed forces and the Coalition of Patriots for Change, an anti-government militant group, in recent years. Diamond exports from the city are banned under the 2003 Kimberley Process, which aims to eliminate the trade in blood diamonds that fuel conflict in Africa. The Central African Republic has been in conflict since 2013 when predominantly Muslim rebels seized power and forced then-President Francois Bozize from office. And to sports now, players and officials of 9-time African champions Super Falcons of Nigeria have started arriving in the city of Angers, France, ahead of Saturday's much-anticipated international friendly game between the Super Falcons and the Les Bleus. It is the second time both teams will engage in a friendly encounter, the first being a forgettable experience for the Falcons as they lost by 8 goals in freezing weather inside Le Mans Stade Marie Marvin on 6th April 2018. Only goalkeeper Chiamaka Nadozie, who plays her club football in France, and Mexico-based defender Osinachi Ohale remain from that squad that was undone by, among other things, a hat-trick from Valerie Galvin and an own goal by defender Faith Ikedi-Michael. The defeat equaled the Falcons' biggest ever defeat by Norway at the 1999 FIFA World Cup finals in Sweden and by Germany in a friendly in Leverkusen's Bay Arena on 25th November 2010. However, clashes at the FIFA World Cup finals have been much closer, with the Falcons losing by the odd goal against the Les Bleus in Germany in 2011 and by the same margin at the Roazhon Park when both sides clashed at the 2019 finals hosted by France. With that, we wrap up the news update at this hour. Do not forget to follow us across all of our social platforms and catch our live stream on YouTube for more news programs and also documentaries. My name is Sagir Ibrahim. Thanks for joining. Try this again.